I'm by this death trap. Alright, I've got 30 levels. I am headed to the enchantment table.
Come on, big money, big money.
Screw
On
you
the
guys.
enchant.
I'm going home. Bum, 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 bum.
You give me
Oh, it's
one
weird that I
diamond
still
to make
have
a
that-
shovel.
What?
A whole week later, Joe.
Yes, I still have that song
Really
in my
catchy
head.
tune.
Yeah, it is. A whole week later. Why are you just getting into the game? Okay.
Wow, like I saw it spawn back in, and all the mobs are over here now.
Yeah, it's nighttime again. That's
Yeah.
definitely
I'm
happened.
running.
Yeah, it's actually more valuable for me to get to the enchantment block than it is for me to pick up that XP, so I'm running. Hopefully I have
Running,
not.
running.
Oh, what? Nope.
I mean, there was like
Ow.
so many. Like, it's like a zombie, and then like 3 baby zombies, and a skeleton, and a spider.
Well,
and a
this isn't where I
creeper.
want it. That's not a way into the thing. Yeah, Al.
There's a lot of stuff. I ran away from it. I did not face my fears. My fears
Okay,
would've
there's
killed
the
me.
door. I found the door. I found the door. I found the door. I found the door. You aren't walking around with a precious payload of XP. Precious payload of XP. Tony, why are you going to the dirt block? Or out of the dirt block?
I need a diamond.
Oh.
My shovel broke.
I see.
Man, somebody put the head back on the snowman.
Someone put the head back on the snowman.
I actually cut that part out because they put it back, and so I didn't show me cutting it off. But at one of the end of the dirt blocks, I cut off the head of the snowman,
What
so it
snowman?
would just be a snowman in the little colored glass room over there.
Oh,
You can use shears and cut off the pumpkin, so they're just a snowman.
interesting.
And I did that because Tony talked about it in the Richie Plays video. I mean, he didn't. He wasn't in the Richie. Oh wow! 2 double team spiders. Double lovin'. Double action.
Sexy. You're on the fetish block.
Woo! I'm up to 7. Let's eat some stuff real quick.
Nailed it.
We were talking about
Alright,
TV shows last week, and the TV show that I've been watching because my wife is watching it now is Jane the Virgin. Have you guys seen or
vaguely
watched
remember
any-
that.
heard anything about that?
Is that still on the air?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Sort of. She gets pregnant, doesn't she, or something?
Yes. She gets like she goes in for like a regular like checkup or whatever, and they get her name mixed up and accidentally artificially inseminate her with this random guy's semen.
That sounds like a lawsuit.
Well, this is not that kind of show.
Oh, really? They just sort of play it off as like a.
Well, so, I mean, she goes and meets him, and he wants to be, he wants to be the dad, and she's like very up, sort of straight up Catholic kind of person, so she doesn't get an abortion, and there's like, it's very interesting because it's super melodramatic. Like they're very tonally mimicking and even calling reference on telenovelas. Most of the main cast is Hispanic, and like she ends up working in a telenovela, and her dad is like a telenovela star.
What the hell?
Her dad is a telenovela star.
Oh my god!
You really don't like those telenovelas.
Oh shit. Jesus Christ.
Her dad's a telenovela star.
Oh boy. Okay. Ah.
Wow, I'm not doing. Nope, I died. Okay,
That was. I mean,
you
we'll see
get
the
that
footage.
zombie, Tony. I'm just gonna stay in here.
Look at them. They're still running after me. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Anyway,
The only thing I have to interject, obviously I was in a fight there, is that I came running back and saw the door into the dirt block hallway and was like, oh boy, I'm safe. And as I was running up to it, a zombie walked out of it, which I don't know how that happened, but a zombie was wandering around inside, and then it was just an odd that I wasn't safe because
it's
there's a
not
freaking monster in our base.
completely airtight. You can
Apparently
get through up
not.
here by the whatchamacallit, by the chests.
Great. Glad we built the encasement that we then.
I probably left
It's
the
always
door
been
open.
like that.
Then why bother with the hallway?
Well, because it cuts down on the bad stuff.
Oh,
You
you
have to be.
It's not a
Okay,
condom,
glad
Joe.
we
It's
had
not
that discussion.
99.9% effective.
I'm going to look at Lindsay's
Stupid skeleton
storage
is
room.
still up there by my stuff.
Oh, I need an arrow, so I'll go murder him.
Well, he just murdered me again. That's a rough skeleton.
Maybe too late there, Tony. Maybe I'm just gonna guess.
He hit me like 3 times with armor on and killed me. And then like twice with no armor on and killed me. This is bad.
He took off his armor.
No, he doesn't have armor on, but he has like
Oh,
I don't know, some kind of a-
you're in the armor.
super bow or something.
He probably has a super bow.
He
It's not a
probably
thing
has
that
armor
exists in this
now.
game, but probably.
Whoa,
He
spider
has a
knocked me
super
off.
bow. He talks about how he's like, oh, I shouldn't have
No,
shot
I
you without
lost
armor
it.
on now.
I lost my super bow.
Well,
Remember the explosion?
that's what happens when you shoot your friends.
Oh,
there's
there's
no
a
Well, it wasn't the friends that killed me. It was my own trap.
there's a gearbox in here. Follow the purple path, and you find it. There's a. This place is sweet. I guess this
You know
is.
anything
Lindsay
about
has
the Gear Wars, Joe?
You called me.
He's got a sword! The skeleton has a sword! That's just not right! You have my sword, you stupid skeleton! How is that even possible?
I was just about to ask that.
You bastard! You're already burning. I want you to burn more. I died again! Why?
Oh my god! I was also laughing at the Rick and Morty reference. Oh, holy cow! Is there? I guess it has to be what Lindsay's talking about. Apparently, she's storing a lot of food though, because there's not much else. Interesting.
Here I come again. You get used to this hallway, guys, watching my feed.
It's pretty glorious. And it keeps going. Wow. Holy crap!
Thanks for killing that skeleton for me, Tony.
Oh, I was killing other skeletons.
Okay.
I don't know if that was your skeleton.
There was a skeleton. He took my sword. I didn't even know that was possible. Did you guys know that was possible?
No, honestly, skeletons. No.
Maybe that's
I don't
new in the
understand how he
combat
was
update.
even. How he was holding it even.
He didn't have a bow out. He was holding a sword and not.
Well, I know
like
that
a
the
bow.
other types of skeletons can carry swords, but those are in the Nether.
Desert.
This was not
Oh,
another
those things.
thing.
Yeah.
This is a
Was
lot
it-
of
was
obsidian.
like a normal-
Jesus. Obsidian block. This
Okay,
storehouse
we
is
did-
awesome. Lindsay, if this is what you've been telling me to go find, this is sweet. And now I'm lost. Even more gear.
I need
Keeps
lapis.
going.
Why did I even come up here? I didn't have any dirt.
I think you were gonna help me kill my skeletons, but they all died.
The sun
Well,
is a
that's
more
an
effective
amazing-
fighter than all of us.
It's another
I
reminder
do
how bad I am
have-
at this game.
I don't know if he died and dropped my sword. I do still have the sword. I don't have any more armor. All my armor is gone.
There's plenty. Follow the purple brick road.
Follow the purple brick road.
Follow the purple brick road. Because.
Where does the purple brick road start?
The purple rug. Surely you've seen the purple rug near the dirt block. It starts right to the right of the stairs that go into the dirt block.
Okay.
Like face the bar from that opening hallway.
There's
I'm now
no
coming
cap
back.
on the end of these stairs. I better fix that now.
I don't know why that came into my head.
Bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, 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 bum. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. It's a cowboy movie. There's horses in it.
Today on the beatboxing block.
Why am I coming to the dirt block? I have no dirt. I just wasted all that time.
I have dirt. I have good reason to be on the dirt block. I don't stop asking me why you're on the dirt block. I know why I'm here.
Do you? Do you though? Wow, how's the Magnificent Seven?
Well,
Womp womp.
I was trying to come up with a good answer to that. That wasn't. I haven't seen it yet, but I haven't seen it yet. So I didn't come up with a good. I didn't come up with a funny bit.
Editing time. You can insert like it was great, and then sub that into the or it was terrible.
Okay, should I go ahead and pre-record the segments now, and then I'll go back? All right. I loved it, Joe. I hated it, Joe. It was okay. It had no thematic resonance, Joe. Denzel Washington is a treasure of our times, Joe. All right.
I can't believe they made Chris Pratt transgender.
So, wow, how was the Magnificent Seven?
It was okay.
I can't believe they made Chris Pratt transgender.
Nobody use that one. I can't answer. I guess I can put your answer in as well.
Speed it up a bit, and then it'll be fine. It'll sound just like you.
Raise the pitch.
Yep. Seriously, though, how was
So you talked to me. We talked about Rick and Morty in the past.
it? Yes.
And you mentioned that they don't do time travel in Rick and Morty.
They don't.
However, there's the box of time travel stuff on the shelf pretty prominently displayed.
Yep. Where is it,
Fine.
Al?
What?
Say that again. Where is it? Where is the time travel stuff?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's in the box.
Where's... Okay, you said it before that, though. It's they've literally put it on a shelf. That's what that is. They're not hinting at something. They're like, this is there. We've just put that on the shelf, and we're never touching it.
Okay. But you are hinting at something if you put it on the shelf there.
No,
You're
they're not.
drawing
They're-
attention
yes,
to it.
Yes, and stating that they're not doing time travel. They did the time-themed episode. They said that was a freaking nightmare. They don't want to go into it because of the continuity and.
Have I seen that one yet?
I think so. Where the weird
What was the
blob
concept
time,
of the episode?
They split time into multiple paths and have to
Oh,
try and
right. Yeah, I saw
squish
that
it
one.
back together. And there's this weird time cop that's like a giant
Testicle?
goob.
Oh, no! Oh!
Choose life, folks. Don't be like Al.
Oh my god, where did you fall from? Did you just
My
run off the dirt
stairs.
block again? Oh.
Oh, I ran off the dirt block backwards. There was that, like, visceral... I was so high up, too, there was that visceral moment where I was like, this is what actually falling would be like, where you
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh, crap, I didn't mean to... No! And just, like, all the way down.
Like those people that take selfies on the edge of cliffs and just fall off. Be so awesome if they were periscoping while they did it. Get the live feed.
Like, I don't have nightmares. Like, what I do, instead of having nightmares, like, I'll have, like, a kind of a stress dream or whatever, but instead of having nightmares, generally what happens to me is I'm just laying in bed before I go to sleep, and I'll like, have a real vivid moment of imagining what it would be like to fall, like, be hanging from a really high place and almost be about to fall. It's a very odd phenomenon.
That might technically be a nightmare phenomenon.
Phenomena.
That might technically be a nightmare.
I mean, it's taking place at night, and it's...
I mean, you might actually be asleep at that moment, but it. The
I
way,
think I am conscious.
what?
I am,
I think a capatica conscious.
I am conscious during those moments, so it's not like,
Are we ever really though, Al?
yes, we are.
Really?
I just got to the, I just finished up the, Morty's battery episode, or I'm sorry, Rick's battery episode.
That's amazing.
And
We
that
keep
was
going to
like,
universes.
oh wow, that's just depressing.
Wait,
The
what's the present?
giant, like, middle finger to existence.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
Someone spread grass onto the farm, the fairgrounds. So there's Al in the distance. Oh, he's gone now. Those used to be just dirt, and dirt it doesn't spontaneously grow. Someone must have
I remember when all of this was dirt.
silk touched him over there.
Was that you?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, that's genuine. Yes, I'm hyping it up that much to then reveal that I did it. That totally sounds like me. It's like, don't you guys want to talk about how awesome that person was for a bit while I hold you in suspense? No, I didn't do it.
You caught him, Tony. I've suspected him for a long time.
I don't want to make this the Rick and Morty block again, but one of my favorites. Have you gotten to the where the dad accidentally comes along on an adventure?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't got the one where he gets left behind in the daycare.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's one of my favorite concepts from the show. For some reason, that just tickles me. That there's a. All right, now I have to talk to the audience. It's the grandfather and the grandson go on adventures, and the dad accidentally stows away. I forget why he's in the car.
He doesn't stow away. It's just they actually like hand wave it completely where they're doing driving lessons.
Oh, that's right.
And he's
And
like,
like,
"What are you
"Holy
doing
crap,
here?"
you're
He's
here?
like, "We agreed on this."
Yeah, because the grandfathers are drunk. But so they set him down in like a daycare for him, but it's for him and all of the alternate dimensions versions of him. So there's like hundreds of him running around. It's like the perfect ideal play place for him. Like they have this lady who dresses up like the wife, like his wife, with this
not even
giant like.
It's not even a lady. It's like a robot or like a really weird alien.
Well,
looking
she
thing.
got like a giant head, like a giant paper mache head of the wife that someone puts on and acts at like the wife, and then they go and watch Midnight Run, and he gets to choose the resolution size for the viewing screen because he's very particular about that apparently, and he gets all excited. I don't know, that whole premise just had me chuckling a lot, and I think back on that one a lot.
So depressing though.
What?
When you get to like, what do you mean why? They say that like he's like, why are you guys
Sorry.
okay with being here? Like we should just like, why don't we try to escape? And they're like, we're not prisoners here. You can leave whenever.
Yes.
And he realizes that like he's a prisoner of his own like self, like that he's literally incapable of leaving, not because of the fact of what the place is, but because of who he is.
I didn't read that much into that. There's also danger, like that they mentioned at one point that at least he's one of the Ricks that, or not Ricks, I forget his name. One of the dads that gets to be in the daycare. There's ones that wind up actually sticking on the adventure too long and die, that never get to go to the daycare. Which
No, you're gonna get mixed around.
Am I?
There are dads that are left over in the daycare because the Ricks don't come back.
Oh, that's also true.
Yeah, because who knows how many Ricks and Mortys have died.
Infinite, sort of, but not. They hint that there is a limit to the parallel universes.
Yeah, because there's a rank system, and it like stops at a certain point where even Morty's got like a pirate eye patch and everything.
That's also a great episode.
I assume that's gonna come back. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but
All right, it's not the Rick. This is the third product of like this week. We've gotten onto Rick and Morty tracks on.
well, I'm all into it right now.
Yeah, it's just a really fun show. It's got interesting ideas like that. I didn't read that much into him going, because he goes back to the daycare. He quote unquote breaks out and goes into the city, and it's just like not sweet, and he feels very alone. So he goes back to the daycare. I didn't read that as. I know what you're saying. It's sort of saying like, well, he can't even get out of this routine if he wanted to because of who he is. I just sort of read that as him being like, they give me food there and let me watch Midnight Run, so I'll just go hang out there.
I feel like you're saying the same thing I'm saying. It's just in like
Oh,
not
yeah,
as
you read-
depressing terms, which is sort of
Yes.
what the show is about. It's like, is the universe depressing and awful, or is it hopeful and good? And the answer is yes, depending on how you look at it.
That works. That works for life too. There's always things you can focus on that are negative. And there's always things you can focus on that are positive.
Oh, somebody's shooting at me,
See, like that. Always with the negative, Al.
and I don't have any food.
Again, with the negative. You are not falling from a high place, though, so isn't that nice?
That is nice,
Something-
but I am
so-
hungry, and I'm afraid to go into the dark to make
that's
more
just-
dirt.
Face your fears, Albert.
And here comes a zombie. Why don't I have a sword?
Because you didn't go to the Purple Brick Road place.
No, I have a sword. I have a sword. I mean, it wasn't in my hand.
Oh. Well, that... I can't answer to, speak to, refer to.
Man, these little zombies like to get up a good run at you.
I hate the little ones.
They like run away and then they're like, "I'm coming back." Oh.
They make car noises.
Yeah, they do. Haven't you heard that? It's a new update where the skeletons hold swords and the zombies make car noises.
Yeah, are you playing Minecraft, by the way? Are you in, like... Oh, partly you are.
At least it doesn't tell you that it was a tiny zombie. I mean, I told you that, but
You could have played it off like you got that one, and that another one got you. But it's too late now.
I got that one. But another one.
Oh, the power of editing. Oh, that's a creeper.
Digging away, digging around.
Well,
dig,
I
dig.
definitely don't have 30 levels of health now, so
No.
if,
Health?
if Not health. What is it? I don't even know what it is.
XP.
Al is inexperienced with this whole leveling thing.
What's that bar at the bottom that never fills up?
Oh, make it blue.
Going
there
to
they are.
knock
Right.
you off the hill. All right. Why do you
Oh my
keep
God.
dropping bones but not arrows? All right, finally got an
Oh.
arrow.
Got me some pimpin' boots.
I mean, I don't know how much more I can push this purple brick road as a storehouse now, but there were arrows there too, believe it or not. There's gear, there's everything.
Well, I was actually digging and figured I would eventually run on
Run,
an arrow.
run, run, run.
And I did.
Gotcha.
Get away from the skeleton. Skeleton.
You used to be a villager, but now you're undead. Oh, God!
You died. I'm gonna go
Ow.
follow the purple road.
Al, if you were given the rights to make the next Godzilla, what would the villain be?
I'm forgetting the name of the. There's a really cool bug guy that has a great concept, but he's was only showed up in one movie and I can't remember his name. Nope, I turned around.
Bug guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was like he was a giant kaiju-sized insect.
I was guessing
sort of
that
a
as his
beetle-looking
name.
guy. What?
Yeah, it's
Is-
like
is his
probably
name-
like Beetoid or something.
is his
It's
name Bug
not.
Guy? It is not Bug
It's
Guy.
not. Where are these supplies that you've been touting, Joe?
Well, I'm heading their way right now because I'm dead.
Well, that's
Or
an
I did
opening to
die.
the outside, which is awful and cruel.
Did you follow the purple?
Don't leave your house,
I did.
people.
I got to an end. Here's some potion of instant health.
Not bad.
And a name
I don't know
tag.
exactly which box it had all the gear in. I found 2 or 3 that had gear.
Ooh, there's a fire aspect, unbreaking 3, and knockback 2. Bane of Arthropods 3.
Yeah, have fun with that fire sword.
Oh God, terrible.
I'm
I think
looking for
I
one that
really
doesn't
think you
have
should try that.
knockback.
Yeah,
There we go.
knockbacks
Good
and
one.
fire. That actually is probably a better combination than just the fire. Get it the hell away from you.
No, because then you can't hit it again.
Yeah, but it also can't set you on fire. Because that's
Yeah,
what
the
those
fire
swords
swords.
do.
Were you here for that?
He
We
was
just had
here.
a conversation about that. I forget when we had that. I can't
I think
remember
that
when
was
Tony and I had that
around when he
conversation
was
We
falling
just
off
talked
the
about
planet.
it. Was in this episode.
about fire swords sucking. Not the one that just happened 30 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know.
What is going on?
You said, when did we have that discussion about fire swords? And I was like, it was just shortly ago. And you're like, well, no, not the one we just had.
Yeah, not that one. We had fire
the-
swords are terrible. We arrived at that conclusion. Awful.
Okay.
Because they end up setting you on fire pretty much as anything else, if not more. And then your gear deteriorates. You get killed a lot more. They're just not sweet. I need arrows.
I'm gonna guess go up on the since I don't have a shovel and it's nighttime. I guess I'll go up on the dirt block and see if I can kill somebody with my sweet sword. I can get some arrows to put in my cool bow that I was able to get.
You're gonna be running out of people to kill. I just killed like 7 spiders up here.
Well, fine.
Venture out into the darkness, Al.
No. Well, actually, yeah, I guess I might as well. Man, I've blown through so many. Well, I mean, not blown through them, but like got killed so much that my shovels are gone now. It's not been a great time for me on this dirt block.
I'm wondering if I'm gonna get to my stuff in time now that I've wasted all this time running around looking for things.
What
the
would
hell?
you make as a Godzilla villain, Tony? You were asking me earlier. What did you have in mind?
I don't know enough about the lore to like pick any of them. I know the big ones like Mothra and Mechagodzilla and everything. I like the idea of the whole Pacific Rim style, like robots showing up controlled by humans. Especially since they're already doing mashups with like King Kong, so I could have a lot of fun with, or I could see that being a lot of fun. But I don't know if those robots are even close to big enough for the new Godzilla.
Well, that could be interesting if you have like a size mismatch. Mismatch. If you have a
Yes.
size difference.
That's my favorite with some rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the main one from Pacific Rim?
Main
Like-
one what?
Main robot.
Gypsy Danger.
Gypsy Danger. I knew it was Danger, but I kept wanting to say Whiskey Danger, but it's Gypsy Danger. Like the size comparison between that and the most recent Godzilla.
I think she's a little short.
Like up to the crotch level short, or like
I think
just,
probably around there, yeah.
Oh my god.
But then again,
Come on.
you've got like the
Bobs.
kaiju coming out of there that like tier 5 or whatever they were talking about that just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So any one of those monsters would probably work.
Well, eventually they have to stop, right? Like the
Nope.
planet-sized kaiju not going to fit through that rift.
They just
What's
break
the,
through the rift and crack the planet.
Yeah, what's the fake science on that? There's a rift that where the kaiju are coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Pacific.
It's like the best shot of the movie. Well, maybe not the best, but like a great shot in the movie, like the opening shot where they have the opening narration and you see it. What did you get?
Sniper
Wow.
duel. I don't know what the range on that is. I can't remember. Achievements.
15 meters? I forget.
But
Kill
yeah,
a skeleton with an arrow from more than 50 meters.
it looks like you have. It looks like if you like you're looking at a star field, and then once you you go further, you realize it's under the ocean. Beautiful
Okay.
shot. So yes, there's a rift of some kind that just happened to open up under the ocean, sort of a MacGuffin type thing. Maybe not a MacGuffin, just sort of a random like, all right, this is the plot. Like you can question it if you want to, but this is what is happening in the movie, so deal with it.
And then larger and larger things started coming through. I can't.
I think they were
remember.
just tougher and tougher to kill. I don't know if they were larger necessarily.
Stupid creeper.
But then you had Ron Perlman harvesting their poop.
And among many other things.
Yeah.
Which that was one
no.
aspect that I actually really liked. I thought that there should have been more of like investigating the economic fallout of having all these giant dead kaiju around. And I like that they did put it in there a little bit. Where it's like, well, how do we get rid of these things? Oh, somebody will actually pay us to get rid of them.
Mm.
Because they want the stuff. Okay.
And then Charlie Day is a genius scientist.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Your illiteracy has screwed us yet again.
That's a
Well,
series
my
I
of
guess that's a
gone.
show I need to start watching as well.
Yes,
I
I
love that
really
show.
want to start it. I've seen like 10 episodes, and every one of them has had me laugh, and I've just never watched it all the way through.
It's on Netflix. Extremely streamable. Again, as always, Al, I have no idea what you would think of it, but it is something I highly recommend.
I remember watching an episode, and I don't remember anything about it. I think somebody was in like a big body sock as a mascot.
Green Man. Yes,
Yeah,
that's Charlie Day.
it was okay. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it didn't make me want to watch more. So
Depends which. The early ones, I mean, they're good. The early ones, but when Danny DeVito comes in, it really starts to pick up, and then they actually had an episode about this. The plots have gotten, in a good way, like sillier and more. They're pretty sort of based in like like the early ones are like a bunch of underage kids figure out about that the bar doesn't card. We're talking about Always Sunny in Philadelphia, by the way, for the audience. And so they have like a rash of underage drinkers show up, but then they're like, well, maybe we should encourage this because we never make any money anyway, and at least we have customers, and there's a whole, like that's the plot of one of the earlier ones. And then later on, they're like, I don't even know. They're meeting, who are the Philadelphia Phillies that they met? Chase Utley and, I want to say Ron Howard, but that's the director.
Ron Perlman.
I don't know
The plots get
baseball
more
enough.
Plots get more and more outlandish, and they're always like in complete ruin. But Danny DeVito's character is super rich, and he always bails them out. And they hang lampshades on it really well, and it's done well. So it's not like I'm not saying like it gets bad silly, but they had an episode recently where Dennis is just like, what happened to us? He's like, Frank, if I wanted to become a cheetah right now, what would you do? And Frank's like, well, I go get the cheetah costume that we keep at the bar. And he's like, why do we have a cheetah costume at the bar? We used to do normal things, guys. Remember that? It's pretty good episode. Yeah.
I have a question going back to Rick and
Shoot.
Morty.
Shoot.
Do they ever address like what happened in the Parasite episode later?
Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yeah.
he's around. I mean, he's always been around. He's in the opening credits, Al.
I know that. Is that a no?
He comes up again. He's just there. What do you mean about what happened? His existence is what happened, right?
How did they forget? How
They
did we
didn't.
forget as an audience?
They have not covered that.
Okay.
You mean up until that episode?
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Like that was a big twist. I guess I'm spoiling it for some people, but then
Is it weird
Like,
to be
it didn't make
spoiled
any
over something
sense.
called Mr. Poopy Butthole?
It is actually. It's a pretty amazing spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah, probably one of the looser ends on the show currently, or open plot holes, I guess.
Okay.
Not in the way you want, no.
All
But
right.
he's just sort of around. So I don't know. They might.
Are
That
we
would
gonna
be
get a
what I-
reveal where like every episode has just been following a different Rick and a different Morty?
There's a lot of
I've-
theories
I've
on that. There
Definitely
are a lot
debated
of theories.
that.
They think
I
that it
absolutely-
started in the episode where they go to, like, they play out their lives on that one video game after they sell the gun to the mercenary. They
God,
think
I
that
love that
that's
one.
where, like, we shifted to a different Rick and Morty.
That sequence, by the way, was also one of my favorites. You just see Wendy.
You don't go back to the carpet store, Morty.
You went back to you beat cancer and you went back to the carpet store. Again, I'm trying not to turn this into Rick and Morty block, but all I'm doing is hopping around because I'm so engaged in the conversation about Rick and Morty. I literally have not. Oh, and I just teleported out of the arena to the arena. What am I doing? I'm gonna go get gear. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm literally not even remotely engaged in collecting dirt or putting dirt on the dirt block. I'm walking
get some
around.
dirt. It's about time for us to end.
But I have so much dirt to lay. No, I'm on fire. No, okay. I'm okay.
All right.
I'm gonna try to get back to a safer place. Here's some light over here at least.
I did manage to get my level 30 enchant onto my pickaxe. That was important. And then
What was the level 30 enchant?
it was I knew I had fortune coming up, and I really needed to get that because I lost my fortune pickaxe. By the way, again, anything you want out of the chest except my fortune pickaxe. I don't know where it went. It's quite possible I dropped it. I'm not saying someone took it, but I want to reiterate that. Those are hard to get. Right. This has been the fortune pickaxe block.
Thanks so much for listening, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.